All right, Shalom. For the false, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shemi Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elder of the great millstone, and to all I come across the globe, pushing the word truth and still want to say Shalom. So I died now from the great millstone campus, Chicago, with another lesson. Today's lesson has been, I heard it yesterday, and I've been, thinking about this for years, actually. And a lot of you single women, man, want your sons to be your husbands. So you raise them and treat them just like you do your man, and so to speak, and that's terrible. All right, I've been around the world now, all right, and I've seen this firsthand, man. Okay, the way you talk to them, the way you treat them, the things you say about them and to them in front of others. All right, and it's sickening to the point to where um, you treat them like your man, and it's a poor example because you treat your man like shit. All right, in the overwhelmingly amount of cases, man. All right. So Lord, what is lesson edifying? Sirach 16. Hold on, I want to see something real quick. Okay. Sirach 16:1. It says, "Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons." Okay. It says, "Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons." Man. All right. So we're not to be delighting in these kids who are good for nothing, man. Okay. There was an account, I believe it was in Genesis or Deuteronomy, I believe, um, where the mom brought her son to the congregation and said he was slothful, and they went out there and they stoned him, man. I said, just because you got kids don't mean your kids are righteous, don't mean they're good, all right? Don't mean they're going to be profitable in the future. Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons, man, right? Because you got these kids out here, the young men out here who are transgenders, and the parents are standing behind them. Somebody, he has a right to express his sexual orientation before the time he even reaches puberty. Okay, you got kids out here whose mothers back them up in their wicked deeds of robbing and shooting and having children not taking care of them, selling drugs. All right, and these are unprofitable and ungodly sons that and I'm gonna say this too, man. All right, and some of these kids come from two-parent households, man. All right, look at Dwayne Wade, man. All right, his son is raised up in a two-parent household, and look at his outcome, man. All right, so we're not going to be delighting in ungodly and unprofitable children, man. Though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of the Lord be with them. All right, man. All right, so, hey, what's a good son? One that follows the law, such the commandments of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, the fear of the Lord. All right, that's why it says, train up in a child in the way they should go. When they grow old, they should not depart from it. All right, so if you're bringing your child up in the way of fear and the Yahweh Shema Shai, teaching them the laws of the commandments, teaching them the ways of life, and not holding back the truth from them. All right, and he's serving the Lord. Hey, man, hey, that's a good child, man. All right, not one who goes out there and scores 10 touchdowns, pitches no hitters. All right, can slam dunk from the free throw line, man. All right, or one who's able to be a leader of a bunch of wicked men, like gang leaders and things like that, man. All right, they'll trust not thou in their life, neither respect their multitude. For one that is just is better than 1,000, and better it is to die without children than have them that are ungodly. All right, a lot of you people, man, are trusting in the life of your kids, man. All right, a lot of you got, I say a lot, but you have instances where parents, whose sons are um, profitable in making drugs, and they take the gifts from them. Okay, all right, and with those gifts, they are able to pay their rent. They're able to depend on their son or daughter to provide for them. All right, you raise your kid. My old man did it to me, man. All right, he took me to I played baseball, and we trained every day, and We went to different camps and we did different things and different tournaments and different cities to play ball in. Okay, and my father always thought I was gonna be the next superstar, man. He would brag up on me, and my name would be in the paper, on television, and I was known in the baseball world, man. All right, and my father would always boast of me in that regard. But guess what? When baseball was done, I'd be out there banging my hat to the left, okay, pushing weed, trying to grow weed, all right, hanging out in the streets. Because trust out down in their life, they respect the multitude. For one that is just is better than 1,000. Right, man. All right, and you have these people have these kids, multiple kids. All right, the big brother showed the little brother how to do it. The big brother showed the other the younger brother showed the other younger brother how to game bang and how to do this and how to do that. But it's all in wickedness, man. All right. So from one that is just is better than 1,000, right, man? You always, and I've seen this also. There's usually one in the house that's always a little bit different. The so-called black sheep that goes against the grain. All right, doesn't want to hang out in the streets. He wants to hit the books. He wants to do something better for himself. That's the one you kind of gotta focus on. There's nothing wrong with having a favorite child, man. There's nothing wrong with focusing your attention on a child that seems to have promise, man. All right, and not no pan sagging, black and mild smoking, all right, a demon that you're raising in your house. The one that is just is better than 1,000. Better it is to die without children than to have them that are ungodly. Right, man. We all know that that it's it's like I got bit. We all know that having children is a blessing from the Lord. All right, but if you don't have any children, man, consider that a blessing also, man. All right. It was something I want to see. Right. It says, Sirach 7:23. It says, "As our children, instruct them and bow down their neck from their youth, man." All right. So you got kids, man. You put the kids them up under their yoke. Put the kids them under the burden of being a child, having chores. Okay, and to be honest, you shouldn't be paying your children for chores, man. Because now it's not that they're doing it right or pleasing the parents. It's the money that's motivating them to do those things, man. All right. The reward, what? The reward comes in the end with the inheritance that they get when you pass away. All right. Now, there's nothing wrong with putting those dollars in their pockets so the dope man don't get them, the streets don't get them. But in all actuality, man, they're supposed to be doing what you say, and their payment is what? Food and raiment, man. All right, shelter. Okay. As our children, instruct them and bow down their neck from their youth. Okay, and you go into the daughter, man. This is a very good chapter. You want to, brother, should read your brothers and sisters should read Sirach 7. All right, but we're supposed to instruct our children, man, from their youth. Let them know that gangs are bad, drugs are bad, how to maneuver and deal with certain people, bullies, and people who talk about them, man. All right, and also growing them up in the way of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Oh, I hate when I do this. All right. It's perfect script to go back with this. That's Sirach 7. Proverbs 22:6 is a train up a child in the way that he should grow. And when he is old, he will not depart from it, man. So how are you going to train up a child in the way that you go? Through the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. You instill those things in them. All right. And when he goes older, you're gonna start to turn back to those things, man. All right. Because a lot of us, I know myself. I was brought up in the church. Okay. But one thing, I wasn't taught y'all about me outside. I was taught manners. I was taught respect and obedience in a way. Okay. All right. I learned how to shut my mouth around grown-ups and things like that. Okay. Because my mother and my father taught me those things, man. And as I got older, although I became my own man, so to speak, it's those things that they instilled in me as a youth. All right. Stuck with me through my adult years, man. All right. So it's good to teach your children morals. It's good to put them in their place for them to know their place. All right. So they can be profitable. All right. Is Salakia. Is Sirach 11:28. Says, judge none blessed before his death, for man shall be known in his children, man. All right. So you talk about the one that leave one behind, such as himself. Okay. If you want to make sure that you leave with a good name, a good reputation in your children, man. All right. And that's what it's about. It's about that seed, man. Okay, it's about having a good name. It's a good name is better than a precious ointment. All right. So you want to consider somebody blessed because he himself is looked at to in a high regard. But look at his children. All right, they consider Dwayne Wade blessed. Okay, but look at his children, man. All right, they consider Will Smith blessed, but look at his children. Look at his household, man. All right, we go on and on. We can go all the way down to Pookie in the neighborhood, man. All right, so we gotta be careful that we are not too hasty to give credit to people like that, man. All right. In Sirach 22:9, it says, "For children live honestly and have wherewithal, it shall cover the baseness of their parents, man." Right, man. Because when your children are mannerable, when they're growing up with a sense of self-respect and understanding of these scriptures, right? Okay, they can shed a better light upon the family, so to speak. You have children who parents are crackheads or drug addicts or like delinquents, convicts or whatever. But guess what? They grow up. They don't make the same mistakes. Okay, and they end up being a good beacon of light to their family, man. They become to be an example to their brothers and sisters in the brothers and sisters, other than the neighborhood, to let you know that you can make it up out of there, man. Said, but children being hardy through disdain and want of nurture, do stain the nobility of their kindred, man. Right, man. Our children are proud, man. All right. Let's look at that word disdain real quick. I want to see what that means. Disdain, the feeling that someone or something is unworthy of one's considerate or rejected attempt. Contempt, right? It says disdain, contempt, scorn, disrespect, arrogance, haughtiness, disgust, despite, dislike. All right, so our people, our children, have a dislike. All right, have a dislike. Why? Because they grew up in certain situations and conditions that they believe, they feel that they're not feel that they were dealt on a bad hand. But children being haughty through disdain, through dislike, and want of nurture, right? Our people do a lot of things. They don't have no guidance, man. They don't have that those morals instilled in them from their parents. Okay, to do the right things, to not lash out, and act out, and be emotional when somebody step on your shoes or calling you out your name. But children being haughty through disdain and want of nurture do stain the nobility of their kindred, right? Because we're a noble people, man. We're a nation of kings and princes, man. All right? All right, so we got to make sure that we instill that way of thinking and the way of acting in our children, man. That we are nobility, man. Okay. Um, Sirach 33:21, it says, "For better, for better it is that our children should seek thee, that thou shouldest stand to their courtesy, man." All right, that's what's going on in these households, man. All right, your parents are trying to be friends with your kids, man. Instead of being leaders, instead of being parents, instead of being adults and examples, guess what you do, man? All right, you give them a sense of entitlement. All right, now you got the parents telling the kids what they're not finna do. They're telling you what you are finna do. Or they're raising your voice and talking back, telling you what you should do. All right, you're to every woman beck and call. You know, they can't walk in the rain. They won't walk in the store. They won't take the garbage out. Okay? And these things are something that need to be corrected in our household, man. All right, now there are, you know, there are children out here that are obedient. I'm not gonna say there isn't. All right, but as we always teach, man, if the shoe fits, wear it, man. For better is it that our children should seek to thee. All right, our children should be asking, "Hey, mom, dad, what can I do? You know, do you need me to do this? Do you need me to do that?" All right, not what can I do for you. All right, give you $100 pair of shoes and $200 pair of jeans, and you're bringing out a big stand. My days to call it. You're bringing on E's and F's, man. All right. But better is it that our children should seek to thee, thou should stand to their courtesy, man. All right, we're not supposed to be at every beck and call. Here it is, they go out somewhere and they get there by themselves, right? All of a sudden, you know, they missed a ride or the bus stop running. Now they want you to come get out your sleep to come cross town and pick them up, man. All right, you know, you're basing your whole world and life around the things that they do, man. All right, and don't get me wrong. You know, there's times where they need you. You know, you might take them to a ball game, you know, the high school game, and you know they call you. And that's something different, man. All right, but them waking, hey mom, I want the new Jordans, you know, and you tell them no, they start tearing up the house, so you give them the Jordans, man. All right, you know, so we got to be careful, man, that we're training up our children the right way, man. All right. You know, and that's it. You know, with that, I want to say, Kahala, y'all about me outside. That about to see Apostle Elder Millstone. Till next time, Shalom.